Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the benefits of having a YouTube channel. And what I've learned is you have to be very patient with the process. So with that being said, I've learned a lot. I've had to learn how to edit videos and I love research. I've always had to do that. So communication, growing in presentation ability, learning these different apps. It is a process. So you will need to be patient with yourself. Like I've had to be very patient with myself. And I've had moments that I have been frustrated and had to start again the next day, to give myself time to kind of reboot. And I adjusted, and then I found a simpler way to do things. For me, it's all about simplicity, so I don't have to think too much about doing things as I go. You definitely sharpen your communication skills. Why? Because you do have to write your scripts, go through your script, make sure it makes sense. You know, you have to, you know, practice. And practicing in the mirror helps. At times I kind of gotten away from that. I usually just start on the video and then from there, critique myself. If I need to restart, I will. But usually the best thing is to keep going because you can always edit and come back later and just keep going. And that way, at least you have video to work with. And there's so many different tools to use, which is helpful. You just have to find the right one for you. So, communication, you're able to communicate globally, which is definitely a benefit with sharing about your business or, just different ideas you have with, business or writing a book or, advertising for that book. Your communication is very broad. So that's definitely a blessing. I would say don't worry about the subscribers, especially in the beginning. You're learning, you're growing. It's not about the numbers. It really is about you improving, especially your communication skills. So writing, you'll do research. You'll practice authenticity. It's important to be real in front of the camera. It took me a while and I'm still learning just to let go and just be natural. And people want you, they want to connect with you. And we all have something valuable to offer. So it's really just finding that niche and seeing where you can help. So if you have that mindset, things will come together. And I would say also, you do come to mastery. It's not about being perfect, but eventually this will potentially lead you to mastery of your skills. So if it's communication, you are improving and improving and improving that. If it's research, you're improving and, so you see what I'm saying? You continue to excel, which is what you want to do. And that leads you to mastery. And don't worry about being perfect. It is tempting. I struggle with that, with wanting to be perfect, but it's an illusion. Perfection is an illusion. No one is perfect. So give yourself a lot of grace, especially in the beginning. I still have to, So the second thing I think YouTube has been beneficial for is, building confidence in front of the camera. I don't know about you, but I am one who would rather not be on the camera on a live video. I haven't done live yet, but I plan to, in the near future. But building, I am building as I go, and the main thing is getting information out there that is helpful for people and being able to offer your, experience, expertise, advice is going to build your confidence. I mean, it shows you as a leader, and we're all leaders in some way, And so I say that because you have to, get to the root of what when I have other videos about this, calling or purpose is, to impact this world. And it's all about making a difference. Okay, so confidence is going to come with practice. So don't give up in doing good. At the proper time, you'll reap a harvest. It will happen. You will see improvement, you'll see growth, and you'll be proud of yourself because of it. All right. And then the third reason I think that it is beneficial to have your YouTube channel is it does build community. As you do get subscribers, whether it's one person or thousands, you are building community, and these are people that, are following you because they want to learn, they want, what you're offering, and you are making a difference for them, and that's encouraging. So don't give up in that. You've been entrusted to take care of, even if it's one person, that is a valuable person. Everyone is valuable. So I would say, definitely continue to build on that and focus on that one person. And that's who we're talking to when we're talking anyway in these videos, is we are reaching out to that one person, which could be one or multiple, and which eventually will turn into multiple people that want to hear what you have to offer and, want to apply and want to ask questions in the comments and that. So, definitely I think YouTube's beneficial. Give yourself time to learn and grow. It's a process. If you have fears in the beginning, that's okay. I think that's normal. I think any of us, who've ever done a presentation, or gotten in front of people have had that initial fright, but it is people just as we are, just as we're talking to someone in the grocery store or someone at work or someone, a client that we're reaching out to, or someone at church we're connecting with. It is about connecting and adding value and helping others. As long as we keep that mindset, we'll be fine. We are serving. And again, I think the benefits of having a YouTube channel is definitely, your communication skills will grow, as you continue to work on those with writing and, making sure that you're presenting yourself in a way that is clear, even with organizing your script, you just improve as you continue to practice that. Number two, I think it's, you build confidence, you're offering, your expertise, you're helping others, and you're leading. And number three, I think you are building community, which is what we want. We want to connect with people. That's what we're here for. People need people. We're here to connect, and YouTube is a great way to be able to do that and even share about your products, services, and the benefit that you have to offer. All right, so thank you for tuning in, and definitely subscribe so that you'll be notified of future messages I'll be bringing, future topics. I'll continue to bring more insight, about YouTube and what I'm learning. And definitely, feel free to comment if you have any questions, or, if I could, bring you other information about YouTube. All right. Thanks so much. Take care. And I'll talk to you soon.